Thank you to our sponsor, NordVPN. And if you don't already use them, you're missing out on the best VPN securing your personal data and your internet activity. And it's not only the best, it's confirmed by speed tests that NordVPN is the fastest VPN out there. So other VPNs can eat their virtual dust. And you can use NordVPN on 6 devices on every major platform: Windows, Android, iOS, macOS, and Linux. Even your Android TV supports NordVPN. And with over 5,500 servers in 59 countries, you can find a server near you for better speed or halfway around the world for more content. And if you're looking for more content and a streaming platform isn't available in your country, just change your virtual location. And with a click, bada boop, now I live in the Netherlands. And on top of that, you can even find streaming platforms at a better price. And they continue to give our community a fantastic deal. So go to nordvpn.com/Neebs to get a 2-year plan with a huge discount plus 4 months for free. And it's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. So go to nordvpn.com/Neebs to get a 2-year plan with a huge discount plus 4 months for free.
Ooh, there's a big old Conan update, guys.
Say what?
Conan has released their Sorcery update.
Oh.
So if you ever wanted to be a magician in crazy Conan world, this is the update for you.
Pull a couple yards of colored flags out of your throat while a rhinoceros is chasing you through the Sahara.
Sorcerers at heart, Pull a quarter from behind someone's ear.
Stick that cloth right in the middle of your hand and then boop, where'd it go?
Where'd it go? It's behind your ear. There it is, and then you do that whole thing.
Yeah, that reminds me of our old roommate. And I tell you, nothing's funnier than like an old guy doing magic when he's drunk
at a bar,
and it's the same like shit that you see. Like, remember this like fake thumb that our old roommate John?
Yeah, the fake thumb. Yeah,
and the thumb, he had his skin was darker.
It didn't match.
The
his
thumb was
skin
a lot lighter and about an inch too long.
But
So,
it made his thumb look like 4 inches long.
And he would always like, you'd see it, and you go like, all right, he's doing his trick, and then afterwards he's got to tell you, see, it's fake. This is how you hide it. And you're like, you don't hide it.
That's why he got kicked out of the Magician Institute.
Right.
They frown upon that.
Yeah, you can't reveal the secrets.
No, and he went about 8 times a night.
A magician's one of those things, like, I can respect a guy that does some really good sleight of hands and good tricks.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But, yeah, there's a lot of just like that basic bit shit where you just have a fake thumb where you go, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good starter.
If it performs well, I respect it all. I don't mind a cheap trick. Just don't, I don't know, just don't do it over and over again.
Right, yeah, you got to mix it up. You got to start with the cheap tricks and then go advanced.
Like, go to different bars that night, you know? You can't do it all at the same bar.
Yeah.
I think one trick's fine.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, you want to see a trick? Yeah. That was cool.
Yeah.
I'm done.
That's
you don't
true.
want a second trick?
You don't want to hit them too hard. Too many tricks.
So what kind of sorcery do you happen to have any? Because I'm curious, like, is this going to be something that you're going to have to get like a toad's ass hair? And
I think, for some sorceries, you have to like sacrifice. Because you remember in Conan, you can kidnap people.
There's a lot of sacrifice.
Make them your slaves. So you do that, and then you actually have to sacrifice them to a blood altar and then to consume some sort of magic. I don't know.
See, that's different from what our friend did. He didn't ever sacrifice anyone. When he pulled out the fake thumb.
Just go to a magic store.
If he did that, he would have gotten a large group of people wanting to watch that.
Yeah, you would think. And also prison was on the horizon.
Yeah.
So here's what I've heard. As you grow in magic power, your like strength and fortitude or maybe things like that go down. You're not as much of a tank anymore.
You remember corruption in that game?
So it's like corruption.
Yeah. So the more sorceries you know, it messes with you and it will corrupt you.
And do you start looking crazy, like got veins all over your
I hope
face?
so. Yeah, that's what you want. If you become a dark wizard,
that'd be cool.
You get all nasty looking.
Fable did that well. That kind of stuff.
But I guess there's 5 different schools of sorcery at launch. There's going to be 3 types of sorcery at launch. There's ritual magic, alchemy, and spell casting. And then I guess you have sorcery workstations, blah, 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 blah.
Sounds like they added Hogwarts and Conan.
Go to Hogwarts.
Yeah. No, I'd be curious to try that.
We all agree that we want to get back to Conan.
Can't wait.
One day for sure.
Can't wait.
It's just a matter of time. And it seems like they keep unloading on reasons to go back and do it.
Yeah. But we're close. closer, aren't we?
You know, be word farther away. Things are getting good. Let's push it. let's give it another 6 months.
Well, I mean, we were waiting for something like this. This just dropped.
No. This is great.
But it's also, we got to free up an editor. Someone has to take the reins on the show. We got a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
Right. And Gen Zero is something that, because we had talked to Anthony. Anthony was like, he said he'd prefer to do something else. Mm-hmm. But just because it's been a series before, he's more interested in trying something completely fresh, which I totally get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wish he was into it, because I'd be like, let's wrap up Gen Zero sooner than later and then jump into Conan, because I'm more into that. I think that would be more fun for everyone.
And you're still like thinking, are you doing Green Hell?
Hey, what are you doing? What's
not?
going on?
Yeah. Oh, no. Well,
You seem a wreck when you talk about
Let's
it.
talk about
Green
this.
Hell?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's talk.
Yeah. Well, let's just.
You just seem a little stressed
What do you
out
think,
about
Simon?
it.
Go ahead.
I think the recording that we have is going to be, I think it's going to be good. It's just going to be like good to me. I don't know if anyone else is going to like it, but it's going to be good to me. Like, I've already like looked at stuff, and like I already have like the first scene done, because I wanted to see like what kind of pacing, what do I know I want to keep. We already get into an argument, but it is like almost like at like 5 minutes or just under that, where we're just kind of yelling at each other, and we haven't even built a freaking, our first little hut
Sounds about
yet.
right.
So, and I go like, that's in the show that I want to watch. So if I do that, then like we end up keeping a lot of shit, and we don't have things kind of broken down and structured as we normally. No, not like we have them really structured, but it's different.
Yeah, you're following. Yeah, you're just in a game like that. You kind of have to. You follow the little stuff
Yeah, a lot of little stuff.
because the little things matter.
Yeah.
You got somewhere to stack your sticks. Mm-hmm. That's a big improvement.
Kind of like today, Neebs and I recorded an episode of The Long Dark. There's going to be another one of those. But that is one of those, like that first video I cut, I showed everything. You don't want to cut around too much because you want the audience to know what you're doing.
The whole your process, and because all those little things matter. Like, look at Ranch Sim. We're creating drama in that. You've got plenty of drama that already exists in Green Hell and Long Dark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
it is drama.
Yeah,
incarnate.
I mean, I think enough fun things, and that's another thing too. We could say we played it on the highest difficulty, which we weren't going to, which really didn't seem so awful.
It didn't seem awful yet.
Exactly.
It's. I think that game's probably gonna kick us a little bit, which I want it to. It's like that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be entertaining.
I'm sure it will, but there are plenty of games that I've played on like what other people would consider easy, and on the first day I'm like, shit. So I'm at least happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this morning I came in. I thought I was going to be playing GTA, and Astro said, we're playing Long Dark together.
I flipped the script on you.
Basically, side by side. I didn't even own the game. I didn't own the game until this morning.
Yeah.
And he's saying how hard it is.
Right?
So now I'm just I don't even know how to do the menus or how to craft or store.
I'll walk you through it, man. I got you.
How'd you like it?
It was good. So we're playing at the same time. He's playing on the hardest level, and I'm playing on an easier level
Well,
than
I'm
him.
not playing on the hardest. I'm playing on the second to the hardest.
So I'm the one below him because I've never seen anything. But yeah, so everything I'm learning on screen with him telling me, like through a radio or something.
Nice.
And we're surviving in 2 different places. It was fun.
You had fun?
Yeah.
You guys played for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And so GTA, that came up.
Yeah, GTA. I put that first video out, and I kind of want to see what the numbers do. Like, I'm not super happy with the numbers. Then it's been out a day.
Well, you're a spoiled little poop.
I know, I'm a spoiled little brat. But then, you look at the data, the numbers on that first Long Dark did really well. So I was like, well, maybe our audience wants more of that instead of more GTA. And I get it. There's a lot of people that love GTA. I love doing them, but they're a ton of work. And, it'd be quicker for me to do a Long Dark episode rather than a GTA episode.
Mm-hmm. Get that.
So I'm going to do another Long Dark, maybe an episode or two. We'll have to see how long we survive. And then I'll look at GTA again and see where we go from there.
And it's a hard thing to gauge. Like, I saw a bunch of the comments, people just elated that a GTA popped out. But at the same time, you look at comments on Long Dark, and people were really, really happy with that because there was a nice switch up on the channel. So it's like, how do you gauge it? Apparently, you know how.
You gauge it by the data.
Oh, because
by the numbers.
Gotta make that money.
Exactly. We are a business at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you gauge it by the numbers, and you look and you go, okay, more people watch this versus that. I should make more of this.
And it, like you said, this, if more people are into the thing, that also happens to be considerably easier to do.
As far as editing wise, yeah, for sure. It's like, that's easier and more people watch it.
It kind of just makes you,
as a business, you go, that one.
Right.
We'll do that.
And as a person, App Store's like, I can go out to dinner this weekend instead of working the whole week
GTAs,
through.
in order to get a GTA done in 2 weeks, it's work every damn day. If I'm doing a long dark, I can do a long dark in 2 weeks, and I can have a couple days off on the weekend if I choose.
It's important.
It is. It's important to be able to go out and have fun, see friends, and socialize a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing like a run of 6 GTA episodes by yourself is like you're just sitting at your computer all the time.
I mean, it's what you wanted to do.
I know. And listen, I would want to do more in the future, but it's one of those like, I might need 3 weeks on this one.
I hear you on that. All right.
Yeah.
So there you go, people.
And that's some info.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you to our sponsor, Backbone. So what's holding you back from the ultimate gaming experience? Level up your game with Backbone, the universal gaming essential that instantly enhances your gaming experience on mobile. And Backbone just released a PlayStation edition of their beloved Backbone 1. The officially licensed controller for PlayStation was brought to life in collaboration with PlayStation's design team, and the colors, materials, and finishes are all inspired by the design of the PS5 DualSense controller, right down to the transparent face buttons and its visually distinctive floating appearance. Just plug in your iPhone to the Backbone and enjoy console-quality controls as you play console games via remote play or cloud streaming services and App Store games. I actually just went to a friend of mine's bar up the street. It was sitting out back and played Elden Ring, which I don't play much. I sucked, but damn, it looked great. It played really great. And I'm a big fan of just the feel of it. The Backbone feels, legit. It feels like a PS5 controller. It feels right. And that's a big deal if I'm playing out remotely somewhere. So I highly recommend the Backbone. So yeah, go to playbackbone.com/Neebs now to order your Backbone for a limited time and get free access to over 350 console games and perks. Backbone is also now the official partner of Diablo Immortal. Not only is the game specifically optimized for Backbone, but you'll also receive $10 of in-game perks. Find your next adventure at playbackbone.com/Neebs. Thank you, Backbone.
I went to Charlotte this weekend. I didn't plan on going.
Well, when did you find out you were going?
The night before.
Oh, I could see that going well with you. That's a fun drive.
Yeah, I was not in the state of mind to go to Charlotte. So my wife was going to visit a friend who's from Louisiana.
Okay.
And she's like, well, I'm just going to be here. And she's like, oh, I'll come down and meet you. I'll get a car, rent a place, a hotel, and we'll spend the evening together. And then she's like, you got to go with me. And I'm like, I wasn't planning on doing this.
Right.
I was going to work and do some stuff. Anyway.
It's about a 3.5 hour drive.
Yeah, it's not horrible.
I mean, no, it's not fun either.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it isn't. It's actually a drive that I hate.
Yeah.
Oh, because it was Labor Day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Not a good day to drive.
Balls, no.
I didn't even think, because I don't really see Labor Day as a real holiday. I think that's like something people made up.
It's a traffic holiday, though.
Yeah.
That's the problem with it.
So she was going to go without me, and she wanted to try Turo. You ever tried Turo?
No.
That's like Airbnb for cars.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I heard you talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just get a car.
So you do the app, you start looking for cars in your area, and she's like, hey, here's like an old Mercedes. I'm going to get a Mercedes.
An old one?
It was like, well,
well, you said
it's brand new for me.
Okay.
But it's probably, I don't know, 2000 something.
Diesel?
No, I don't think it's no.
2000 somethings now.
No, it's true.
My truck is almost the 80s. This is brand new, basically.
All right, so but 20 years old, maybe.
All right.
So maybe 20 years old.
Anyway, this was our first experience with Turo.
Yeah.
I might need more experiences because we pick it out, and I'm thinking, this car already looks a little bit like gangster. It's got like super dark tinted windows, lowered a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
hydraulics.
She talks me into going, and we go to the location to get it, which is we go to the house address. It's kind of in an area town where,
Yeah. Okay.
Slightly shady.
it might be a little shady.
You don't know.
And the house that has the address number on it has like a notice, like no one lives there. And I'm like, okay, this is weird.
Nobody lives here. It said.
Yeah, it was like it seemed abandoned. We're knocking on the door.
Like you can't come in.
Like, what the hell? Is this a trap?
Okay.
You don't know. Anyway, wait a minute, and the guy pulls up, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, I'm late." And he doesn't even look at that house. Like that's just maybe a house he put an address in for.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, nice guy.
Yeah.
But we grabbed the car and we're like, all right, this is cool. It's dirty. Like just carpet's just a mess.
So did you Uber to that location?
No.
You
We drove
drove-
one of our cars
I
and
see.
we dropped our other car off.
Perfect. You guys are smart.
Yeah. So yeah, car's a mess. There's maybe just under a quarter tank of gas.
No, see, that's fucked up. It's like we're using a car app, and you go in to pick a car up. That car should have a full tank of gas.
You'd think you would vacuum it and fill it up, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, so, all right, this gentleman gets a 3-star rating.
And then he's like, "Oh, put premium in. It takes premium."
Oh,
and we're
fuck
like,
you.
"Okay."
Here we go. So
Put
are you
premium in, that's
you expected to just
hysterical.
return it with how you got it, that amount of
I
gas?
guess dirty, low amount of gas.
Keep
Yeah.
it dirty, please.
Now no. Put premium in it and run it by the car wash before you bring it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Just created work.
Also, change the oil, please.
I like the idea of this app, but yeah, it sounds like we need a little bit, need more car availability
Yeah,
out there.
that's right. The engine light was on too, and we
Oh,
called him.
Perfect.
Don't worry about it.
We messaged him on the app, and he's like, "Yeah, I gotta get it serviced next week, so
God, what do
don't
you
worry
do?
about it."
I feel like you guys kind of, I don't know, it worked out well.
It was part of the experience. Like it was kind of entertaining
That's
to
the
us.
nicest thing to
Oh,
say.
it is part of the experience. But let me ask you, like, do they have ratings on there? Like, did this guy
I think so.
This
I
guy
think
had
so.
good
It's gotta be.
ratings.
It's gotta be if it works
The
like
car
an Airbnb.
drove fine.
I know,
It
but
was just
you know
dirty
what?
and-
It's just interesting, the whole like
Yeah.
premium and it being filthy.
Nah, it would have been a 3-star rating. Maybe even 2.5. Of like, look, the car's okay, but it needs cleaning.
Empty beer cans on the floorboard.
Yeah.
Come
Right.
on.
And part of
Not full
the
gas.
part of the grill was broke off up front.
Yeah.
Like was just a visual thing.
That
From
wasn't
an
in the
angry
pic.
night.
No.
It was
Oh
in the
yeah, and
profile
the
pic.
in the passenger side window where the tinting is, it was like curling off, peeling off around the edges.
Right.
So I don't know. We'll probably try it again.
So you make it sound like that was your only choice. That was your best choice?
No, I mean that's what she wanted.
She chose it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's an adventure. I mean, yeah, it's easy to go down to Hertz Rent a Center and get a car.
Pick a questionable vehicle for this long drive.
Yeah.
For me, when I rent a rental car, which I do sometimes when I travel because I have an older vehicle, the thing that I like about a rental company is if something happens to the car anywhere,
Yeah,
I just go, "Hey, I'm in this town. Switch this out for me."
In this case,
This guy, he would come
Couldn't
out
do
to you
that.
in Asheville. He'd be like, "I'll be there, and I'll be there
Next week.
Split."
2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be out that way next week.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad it worked out. That is interesting.
Yeah. But Charlotte, have you been to the Noda district?
Maybe.
Anthony's shaking his head. You been there? Noda? Okay, so I guess it stands for, was it North? Oh, really?
Okay.
Okay, North Davidson Street or something
I
like
feel
that.
like I have.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like a little bars and art district, restaurants.
Yeah.
I think I might have been there. I went to an arcade. That
Yeah?
might have been in that same district. It was great.
Anyway,
The place was huge.
we had a great time. We found a place called Noda 101 Karaoke Bar,
Ooh.
Oh.
and that's where we hung out with my wife's friend from school.
There you go.
Yeah, I like Charlotte.
Yeah, sure. It's
The
all
only- My
right.
only issue with Charlotte last time I was there was and I don't know if there was a car show or something going on, but I was on the second floor of a hotel, and I mean all night until 4 a.m. just just all that shit downtown where like people are just trying to impress each other with how obnoxious their fucking cars can be.
What are those one cars that everyone's driving? They're
The
like,
three-wheelers?
yeah.
I don't know, but I've heard that
God, what are they called?
Are they loud?
I know what you're talking about.
They're not
Those little-
loud,
yeah.
but the people that drive them
Blast their music.
And since it's like a convertible, essentially, I remember seeing when I went and saw John Mayer years ago up there in Charlotte, and there were about 20 of them like driving around together, like almost like a gang kind of thing. Well,
Same.
like they go out and just have a good time driving them, but they're all playing different music.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
They could at least
God.
synchronize.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
That was something.
So sounds like shit. Oh, by the way, Thick isn't here because when you said Charlotte,
Right.
I think he's going to be going to Charlotte to see a Panthers game.
Panthers
real
game,
soon.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they're
Maybe.
playing
Oh yeah,
the,
the game opener actually, which is this Sunday.
he said
Oh.
they're playing the Browns.
The Browns.
Yeah,
That's a good
right.
opener.
And today, which is last week for this week coming out, is I think the season opener, NFL opener.
I pulled out of my fantasy football
Thursday.
league.
You pulled out too
Oh,
much
you're
of a
done.
commitment.
8 or 9 years of it, had a blast, a lot of good friends. I was just like, I'm just kind of dropping the ball on giving a fuck.
You're not going to be
Right.
like that one quarterback that keeps saying he's retiring.
No, I'm not going back in. My spot's already been filled
Okay.
because
Yeah.
it was a highly
see.
sought after spot in this
I'm
league.
sure.
Yeah.
You're always
You
in the
quit
cool
for good.
groups.
Yeah, I won 1 year, and I'm like, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah.
But yeah, when your heart's not in it.
And the year that I won is when I did auto draft.
Yeah.
I didn't pick one.
Takes a lot of skill.
Whatever. Sure.
It was fun to talk shit that year. I'm not going to lie.
And you know that there are weeks that you just completely forgot to change your
you can still win
players.
somehow.
And you're like, oh, yeah, wow, I could have left that.
So fantasy football is a lot like having a financial manager.
Yeah.
It's better just to randomly pick
Just kind of let it go.
Yeah, no, just throw it all into ETFs.
Pro tip.
Thanks to our sponsor, True Classic. And guys, let's talk about T-shirts. Finding that perfect fitting shirt can be terrible. Either they're too tight or too big and just plain boxy. Luckily, True Classic wants to make every man look good and feel good. True Classic's tees taper off toward the bottom, but they fit tighter around the chest and shoulders. You can throw on that True Classic with confidence, knowing you've got your bases covered. Plus, all their styles are super soft and pocket-friendly. So, guys, get rid of those ratty T-shirts I know you've been hanging on to for years and get ready to upgrade. And they have a great deal for our community. For a limited time only, get 25% off with the code Neebs at TrueClassic.com. I ordered a True Classic 3-pack of T-shirts. I haven't gotten them yet, but I can't wait. I am long overdue for replacing some of my old ratty T-shirts as well. And True Classic is more than just a T-shirt company. They have all the menswear staples you need, from polos and workout shirts with the same great fit to boxer briefs designed to keep your boys feeling nice and comfortable. And for any of you big boys out there, they have a long body option for the tall guys and up to XXL on their staple colors. Whether you have abs or flabs, their clothes look great on all body types. So get comfortable, get going, and upgrade your wardrobe with True Classic and get 25% off at TrueClassic.com with code Neebs and free shipping included on purchases over $100. 100% risk-free guarantee with a 30-day return policy. True Classic. When you look good, you feel good.
I went to Tampa.
That's right. For your birthday.
I turned 40 recently.
Happy
I
birthday,
made
God.
it. Thank you.
That's a big one.
Yeah. But for my birthday, I went up to Tampa to see some friends. Pissed around Tampa for a little bit. It was hot as hell. But one place I went to that was a highlight was a place called Crystal River.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I think it was about 30, 45 minutes, well, not even north of Tampa, north of even Green Hill. But this river is spring-fed. So the entire river, crystal clear, you can see all the way to the bottom, and manatees everywhere.
Yeah.
It was a wonderful kayak adventure.
Did you drink any of it?
I didn't, but it was nice and cool and felt fresh.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was not. It was great just to get, just to go kayaking for like 3 straight hours and just get out and get some sunlight on me.
That sounds
Because
wonderful.
we spend so many times indoors on PCs. It's just like, oh man, such a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds great.
But
I went to Crystal River a long time ago, years ago, and we swam in it. We went scuba diving actually.
oh, nice.
And it was like in December, because they were saying December is a big manatee season, but you said you saw tons of
We
them.
saw plenty of them. And as soon as we launched our kayak, they were like, oh, be careful. There's a manatee right there. I was
Right.
like, oh, shit. Okay. Wow.
That's awesome.
How big?
I mean, big old. Well, the one we saw as soon as we launched was a big one, and she had a baby.
Okay.
So, like,
a
big
big
one,
one.
like 2 of you? 3
Yeah,
of
probably
you?
about 2 of me.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
man, that's a beast.
Yeah, big and just.
Yeah, they
fat.
get massive.
I mean, yeah, they're big. They're big creatures.
And
Yeah.
I mean, I would assume they can be 6 of you. You know, I don't know. Can't they be
No,
1,000
not that
pounds,
long,
or
I
maybe
wouldn't
not?
say.
Maybe not 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, that's a whale.
Oh my God, though.
It's a walrus.
Manatee average size poundage.
Do people
let's
eat
guess.
them?
No, eat them?
Well,
What?
I'm just curious. People eat everything.
I mean, maybe like
They're protected.
the natives might have.
For sure. But yeah, I was curious.
Because
No, they're well protected now. My God.
because people ate them. Probably.
One of the most annoying things before we went on this kayak adventure, we had to watch a video on manatee preservation.
Oh, okay.
You know, and the information in this video was about 8 minutes long, and you could have told me everything in 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it was really, don't fuck with the manatees is the message.
Yeah.
It's like, you'll see manatees, don't mess with them. But they went over every possible fucking scenario on what could happen or what could disturb a manatee. And they were like, don't do that to a manatee.
Written test after?
No, there may as well have been, but I swear to God, like after that 8 minutes, if I had heard the word manatee one more time, I was going to choke somebody.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to choke me. When I did manatee average weight, first thing comes up, West Indian manatee, 990 pounds.
That's a big
So-
manatee.
Well, it's
So-
not fatty.
I mean, yeah, I think it's really easy to be 1,000.
So that's just two of you, Abso.
Big floating.
I was gonna say 600 to 800.
Mass.
That's even bigger.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Yeah, like what is this? Like this one here saying 1,300 pounds.
Good Lord.
1,200 pounds. So yeah, 1,000 pounds is probably not even like super large for one.
Well, that sounds lovely. And I was in Florida the week prior. We went down to Miami Beach. If you're not a trust fund kid, don't go to Miami Beach.
Is it expensive in Miami Beach?
Shit. I mean, it's pretty, but like, holy shit, just for the sake of being expensive. I'm sure a lot of you out there know Miami's expensive. I mean, cities are expensive. We're used to like San Fran and LA and stuff like this, but this was different.
Okay.
2 waters, one, like, remember, everything represented this. 2 waters, an orange juice, and a Red Bull was like $46 once.
Fuck you.
The lady likes getting a, when you smoke hookah. I like smoking hookah too. She really likes hookah. So we went to this hookah place. Usually up in New York, you get a hookah. Like, it's never going to be over 40 or 60 if you get a hookah. This is 150. Like, everything. It's insane.
And you leave hungry.
You leave hungry? Yeah. We were sitting on the flight back next to this guy who was a partner. He and his partner are buying a pizzeria down there. Little place right down in the heart of it, not far from like the Versace mansion and all that shit. And they have to, he was telling me, he's like, they have to charge, they know, $8 a slice, $50 a pie.
Wow.
Yep.
Like just to survive
just to make rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I had a really good idea though for them. Because they were talking about like what they were going to call it and shit like that. And I was giving all my pro advice, you know. But one thing I was like remembered that I loved as a kid was when my pizza had bubbles. The bubbles on the pizza.
Pizza bubbles.
I just, as a kid, it was like so
like
fun.
on the crust, like right there between the crust and the pizza.
Crunchy cheese bubble.
Yeah. So I was like, what if that was an option for like kids or adults or whatever? We put it in the additional toppings, like extra bubbles. How fun would it be to get a pizza with extra bubbles?
They're just sitting there with a syringe, just pumping air into
whatever
it.
it would take.
I hate those bubbles.
I love them so much.
It's not for you, is it?
It takes away all the sauce. All the sauce goes away. There's no cheese. Now there's this thin piece
It's
of
for
shit.
kids. It's about the kids.
Fuck that. I was a kid. I hated them.
Oh, the kids love them.
All right.
That's why the kids like pizza. All the bubbles.
All those bubbles.
Jesus.
Nah.
Which is nothing there. It's just like, yeah.
Right. Just the bread bubbled up.
Oh,
God,
well.
it's
We'll see.
worst.
We'll see if they do it. I'll keep you guys posted.
They won't.
No, they're not going to do that.
No.
But he
I
wrote
can't
it down.
imagine, though, the property taxes in a place like Miami. It's got to be astronomical.
It's so insane.
Just paying that. And that's why prices are so fucking expensive. They got to pay that shit every year because that's where everybody wants to be.
Yeah,
at the beach.
all the cruise ships go out of there.
Yep.
But like I was looking at, it's gorgeous for sure. But there's so many places just as gorgeous.
Yeah, and then, that's the thing is like all the money that you could blow in Miami Beach, you could take that money and have a way better vacation.
That's what I couldn't get out of
else.
my head. We could have gone to Greece. We could have done an all-inclusive Mexico week again.
I had some of the best shrimp I ever had in my life in a place called Dade City, which is this little town in Florida. There's this little restaurant there called the Green Door. We went there and we got some shrimp appetizers, and my God.
Really?
It was like, and they were, it was a little expensive, but not like
Probably
I'm sure
less
it
than
would
your
be
Red
in
Bull.
Miami Beach.
Probably less than a Red Bull.
Yeah, certainly less than your damn Red Bull.
I couldn't do that.
Which
like go to Miami, and if somebody said, "Oh yeah, those 2 waters in the red," like I'd be like, "No, here you go.
Take them back.
Here you go. I'm leaving."
You have priced yourself out of my market.
Yes.
we didn't really know, and we rolled with it.
Yeah,
You probably didn't
and
think
that's
you
what
need to
gotta
check.
do.
You're like,
Didn't
it's
think
just
we
a
needed to
water and
check,
2
like-
drinks, right?
Yeah. But we've learned,
Yeah, no, you know.
Lessons are learned. Go to the mountains.
Yeah, it's a place to show off your money. So, like, I wonder how tourists can do it because the locals. They're going to be fine. The inventor of Viagra, he's gonna make it. He's going to be fine.
Oh yeah. You know how many Europeans are
J-Lo,
going there?
she's going to be all right. Yeah, but like just any tourists that come and they have that surprise, they're like, holy shit.
This place is, holy God.
Didn't know that. We're not going to vacation for 5 years, kids. Sorry.
Yeah. I think the only place I experienced that with that level of is the Cayman Islands. Kind of the same way. It's like no matter where you go, what you do there, everything's expensive.
Yeah. God, I'm a big fan of all-inclusive now. Really,
Yeah.
big fan.
Cruisers are a good deal.
They can be.
Yeah.
You're getting your room, you're getting your food, you're getting
cruise.
sometimes your drinks, depending.
Getting COVID, getting it all.
Oh yeah, no, they get
It's all
sick.
free.
You run a little bit of a risk on a cruise, don't you? It is
I have
it
no
is a
idea.
giant petri dish.
It is better now though because of COVID, right? Like, because the things they have like these, standards, maybe.
They had, like any restaurant, anything, they had health standards before.
Yeah, but they're stricter now with the cleanliness of them. I'm talking about more so for the rooms and all this stuff. They're getting sick because I've been on what people considered only one cruise in my life. Cruisers would call it a shitty cruise. I loved it. The food was amazing.
Yeah.
It was like a kind of a smaller cruise. It left out of South Carolina. But, it was like a 4 or 5 night cruise. It was fucking great.
Nice.
I had such a fun time. And it was so cheap considering what you got to do and where you got to travel. And, it was fantastic. Yeah, the rooms are fucking small. But as long as I had a little window, I was good.
Mm-hmm.
China just approved an inhalable vaccine.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, just like a little...
Yeah, a little... snort it up your nose, something like that. But
man.
Nice and simple.
I'll take that.
Do you know they vaccinate raccoons in the wild? Have you heard
like
this?
Rabies?
Yeah. I read an article where they have edible fish-flavored pellets that they drop from airplanes into forest. And
Really?
raccoons eat this stuff and get
For
vaccinated
rabies.
for rabies.
That's actually
awesome.
really clever.
Yeah, it's great.
Isn't that something? Let's
Yeah.
hope it's right.
Yeah, if you're stranded out there trying to survive,
Ooh.
You find a pill.
find these fish tasting edibles.
See, this would be really bad to do because it's, but it's kind of funny to think of like if the government was like, we need to get everyone vaccinated, just do that with like little mini Snickers bars and just drop them all over the fucking place, like
M&Ms.
little counties that like, the
Would you eat
the
a stray
vaccination.
Snickers bar? You would?
If it was in the wrapper, he would.
You would?
Yeah, sure.
No, all they got to do, all
It's also a
the
joke.
government has to do is get in cahoots with McDonald's and just put them in the hamburgers.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody has to know.
right
has
in
to
the
know.
in the catsup.
Put them in the chemtrails.
Yeah, that's right.
I think
hell, they're
chemtrails
dumping-
have too much shit in them already.
Yeah.
Mind-altering stuff. They can't add anymore.
Trying to control
just
our
one year,
brains.
switch over to vaccines.
1 year. Yeah, it makes sense.
You can go back to mind control next year.
Put some rabies shit in there, too. Go ahead and load it up.
Yeah.
Just don't let them know that the world's flat.
Fish-flavored.
listen.
Okay.
Mind control. I mean, you sit there and you laugh at like,
Who,
but if like 30 years ago, people would have been like, you're crazy. The CIA is not, putting together these programs.
Oh, they're
to,
trying,
for mind
sure.
control and kidnapping people or dosing them with LSD just because they're
They didn't
trying
need
to
to
get
kidnap people. They just use military personnel.
So,
No, they they
We're going
dosed
here?
people
We're
who had
going here
no
right now?
idea. And So anyway, point being, if that can happen,
wasn't it Naked Gun when I think it was the murderer, OJ? Wasn't he the one that was like
alleged.
must kill the queen or something?
No,
Yeah,
in
one
the
of them.
in the first there was some sort of like they would wear
Oh,
a
it was
watch.
it was a baseball player.
Yeah.
Big
Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
too soon with the kill the queen. Dude.
Sorry about that.
yeah.
Topical and
Yeah.
rest in peace, Queen. Sorry about that, and for all it
Why?
affected.
She had to live
She had a long
Oh
life.
yeah,
very
no,
long
listen.
life.
She
Really
was
long
like
life.
106. It's
But
fine.
didn't they like they were like almost using him like he was a remote control.
Right.
No, it
So-
wasn't. It wasn't a remote control. It was just like when he got injected with this thing.
He
it's
was
like
already-
all his brain did was like, I must kill something.
Yeah.
I
So
must kill the queen.
Where does that idea come from? If you're to control people, like
Oh man, like our guy, that's kind of like the holy grail. It's like, oh, can we control people's minds?
right.
Because they've done it. I watched this documentary on this guy that implanted some like fucking electronics into his brain.
Sure.
And
Oh yeah, you were
there was
talking about.
footage about this where they were controlling a bull. Like they had a fucking bull and they put this electrode in his head where if the scientist hit this button, bull was charging at him, scientist hit the button, bull would calm down.
Cool.
So they could control calmness and,
Yeah.
and
It's
aggression,
the intent.
but not the actual goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
where it
you don't
gets
know
interesting.
that.
Well, we do.
We're assuming that, but the point is, if that was able to be done, this
I'm
is
just
where the
saying that's what the
conspiracy
bull
thing-
experiment.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
the bull to
easy.
go after a particular individual, now we're talking a whole different level of programming.
Well, that's also it goes down to if you're talking about with an animal that you look at a crow. It's proven that crows can recognize people.
Yeah, they're very
So
smart.
that means that you could realistically then train an animal to get a treat when they attack
This face?
This face. And you go, okay, we've been able to attack crows. They were probably doing that 50 years ago. Like that's old shit.
Well, it's like the pigeons in the war.
Right?
So,
Yeah, to train the pigeons to deliver messages.
So, Simon, you're going to get a Snickers bar if you attack me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I love those little Snickers bars.
Well, good. You're getting your rabies vaccine.
No, it's such a fascinating just area of interest.
And scary.
Scary for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, yeah, how does the brain work? How does the mind work? How can we control the mind? Can we control the mind? I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy with his computer chip, the reason he installed this chip into his head is he's trying to figure out technology that will allow him to interact with a PC or a computer by just thinking about it.
Just thinking.
Like a Neuralink.
Yeah, it's crazy shit. But the reason he started doing it is, he had he's a doctor and he had patients that were paralyzed. Couldn't speak, couldn't move, or whatever. And he's trying to figure out, all right, if we can install a chip, so their mind's still there. If we can figure out how to let someone's brain interact with an operating system where they could type, they could potentially speak through a PC. Let's try to figure out how to do it.
See how he's worried, like how the brain is just like all over the place at many times. You'll be focused on this thing. People will be watching you. And you have that random perverted thought because you're horny. And now everyone knows because it just,
It
came through your thought to text or thought to speech.
Like, I don't need any of that shit.
I'm doing good today, tight Asians. What?
So there's that.
But what is the Neuralink is a lot of that, though, isn't it?
Which part?
Just being able to interact with the knowledge of the internet through thought.
I like how none of us know anything.
We don't know anything.
These are the topics. I would assume
I only
it's
know
like
what the documentary saw. So, I mean, what he was doing in this one physician was reading brain waves and brain patterns. And, he had this one patient, computer, and they got it to work. Like a patient paralyzed was looking at a screen and he was moving the mouse. But they couldn't communicate back to him very well because they wanted to know, how are you doing this? What are you doing? And so this doctor, I wish I could remember his name, he said, I'm not going to be able to figure this out unless I get this chip implanted in myself.
Right.
So he went to some third world country because none of the American doctors would do it.
Oh, shit.
And he's like, I'm going to a third world country and I'm finding a brain surgeon and I'm planting this chip in my head so that I can interface with this stuff so I know
you gotta pave
what
the
the
way.
next step is going to be.
He's all in. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
I remember Elon talking about, when his whole...
Oh, the Neuralink. Well, that is his brand, that brand, Neuralink.
For sure. And then, like, with its benefits, potential benefits, goals with, like, Alzheimer's and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, fuck yeah.
And I think his is more about just firing more electricity into the brain.
Right.
Because, the brain pretty much runs on electricity anyway. And I think a lot of Alzheimer's is like, okay, it starts to dim.
Yeah.
I think Neuralink is this thing installed that just gives the brain sort of a permanent jolt.
All about that shit. Bring it.
Yeah. We need to get Simon one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least that one that calms you down sometimes.
Like the bull.
Yeah.
We just all have our own little...
We all had a Simon button. It's like, I don't know when I want to...
Oh, no. See, I couldn't take that. I'd have to leave. Sometimes you guys need to be spoken to like that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I know. Yeah. Sometimes, though, it's necessary.
I get it. No, we're assholes.
Mm-hmm. We're teasing.
Mm-hmm. We're
But
teasies.
if it becomes available, wish
Think
list.
about it, yeah.
High prices at the pump, the grocery store, and even your favorite places to eat is a problem. That's why I started using Upside, an incredible app for anyone who buys gas, groceries, or eats out. With every purchase, I'm earning cash back thanks to Upside. To get started, download the free Upside app, use our promo code Neebs, and get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. And once you're in the app, turn on your location, and gas stations, restaurants, and grocery stores just start popping up on your map. Last week, I found out the grocery store up the road from the office offered 9% cash back on Upside, so I went shopping for snacks. I hit the claim button, drove to the store, I bought my snacks, verified my receipt had all the proper stuff on it, and I took a picture of the receipt in the app. Done. A few days later, I get 9% cash back. You just have to use a debit or credit card for your purchase, and it's not too good to be true. Upside users are earning more than $1 million every week. And that's probably why they have a 4.8 star rating in the App Store. So if you like saving money, Download the free Upside app and use promo code Neebs to get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. That's $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more using promo code Neebs. Thank you, Upside.
Update. Remember, I did the roundhouse kick to my lady.
Oh,
face.
yeah.
She's doing good. It's healing really
I
well.
thought that was a heel cut.
It was a heel. It was a heel. I was kidding. But it's like she's just got that healing lump in her lip now, but from the front, it's like, damn, a mouth heals fast. It's kind of
amazing. The hole's
amazing.
closed up?
Yeah, the hole's closed up, thank God.
She can't send a stream of water through her lip
no,
anymore?
that was fun for a week.
Oh, God.
But, yeah. Yeah. And now, like, extra cautious just doing anything. I'm like, I'm not going to hurt you again. Not this year.
Not this year. Okay.
Yeah. Just any dumb shit.
Well, years ago, you lacerated a girlfriend's eyeball.
I did. With my spiky hair.
With his hair.
I had some hair product in and just caught the right angle. That was over a decade ago.
That was a long time ago.
Maybe 12, 13, whatever.
Yeah.
And no wonder it's acceptable to have that much product in your hair.
Right. No, it all looked like shit always, but yeah, caught her perfect in the eye. This pointy, spiked hair, and it cut right through it.
And what'd she have to do?
I don't remember what she had to do.
Because y'all went to the doctor. I remember.
Yeah, she dealt with it for weeks. That's a long heal.
Oh, yeah, that's
compared to like the mouth and all that stuff, like an eye getting jacked is not fun.
I'm always amazed that some people, because you see how wild they are or whatever, still have eyes because they're so fucking fragile.
Yeah,
and it's so kind of easy if you
like,
think about it.
Easy to
really
pop out and
yeah.
Remember years ago when we had our Studio F place where we did some like training, martial arts, and all that stuff, and I was on the phone. And it was dark in the whole like warehousey area, and I went back and I just like plopped down on the mats that we would like train and fall on and stuff like that. And just beyond the mats that I didn't see was a weightlifting bench. And it was like, the little bars that hold the
bench press.
Yeah,
bar.
the bench press.
Yeah, the thing
the
that
kind of Y-shaped.
The Y-shaped thing. And my eye, like I hit right there. Like I didn't even see it. It was like a black bench. And I like hit it so hard, and it was like right. I think that was it wasn't long after I got the injury on the other side of my eye. That
was from somebody's knee, right?
Yeah, that was from the knee. I just talked about that. This was on the inside, so I cut it on the inside. But if it was like just a half inch over, goodbye eyeball.
Yeah,
right.
It would have gone into the socket.
Yeah, I've definitely had close calls. That's
that's
crazy.
Shit.
What?
Yeah, just. There's your eye on the ground.
Right.
Or it's such a bad pain too. Just anytime you like get something in your eye or you get hit in the eye, never feels good.
Yeah, you've seen people that can like pop their eyeballs out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it.
You do?
Oh God.
Yeah, if you have that muscle control where you can actually push your eyeballs further out of your socket.
Like imagine the first time they've done it. That had to be very scary.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they stayed.
I would like to see, like, I'm not into reaction videos, but, like, I kind of want to see my reaction and anyone else's reaction, like, out of the friends that I know to be forced, because I would never watch an eye coming out unless I was forced to do it.
Yeah.
And I'd be curious to see what my face would do.
It obviously doesn't come out, but it comes out of the socket.
Oh, it comes out. Yeah. It bulges.
It's on the outside of the,
Yeah.
Can an eyeball come out, like, fully come out?
I think it can.
Dangle?
Yeah.
And I think you can still see, like you could be looking down. I think it's still all working.
Fuck.
It's still attached to, as long as it's still attached to
like
the
how long
nerves,
is this stuff? Like,
it's not long.
It's not like having a USB, just going to dangle out there a few
8
inches.
8-foot extension on this.
It'd be fun if you could hold them, like move them around.
God.
I bet that would
could
hurt.
be handy if you could like look behind you.
They're so sensitive.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like nothing we're saying today is right.
I think we're all off.
We're just making up everything.
Well, we speculate a lot around here, and it's fun.
Yeah, that's what we do. Oh, I think I broke my toe last week.
Just think?
Yeah, well, I mean, what are you going to do with a broken toe?
I don't know. Never broke one.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah,
you
just
don't,
let it heal.
You don't really do anything. But my toe was all like, not kind of swollen and black and bluish. Just my kid heel to the. She fell. She was climbing on me, and then she kind of like fell off of me, and her heel just landed right
it
down on the
just
pinky
perfect.
toe. And I was like, "Jow!" And she's like, she falls to the ground. She's like, "Ow!" And I'm like, "No!" And she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "I am hurt. Like that is bad." And so she stopped crying. Her little fake ass
Canceled
cry,
her out.
you know. And I'm like, "I'm really hurt." So whatever. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, my daughter busted her damn eardrum.
That's freaking painful.
Yeah,
from
it
what I
was.
hear.
She was tubing out in the river, fell off the tube, and the way she hit the water,
Just perfectly.
hit the water perfectly. But what we think happened when she was young, there's a different type of tube, but when she was young, she had to have tubes in her ears because she kept getting ear infections. So, well, sometimes with babies, if they get ear infections a lot, they'll basically shove a little tube in there so that the ear can drain easier. And what we think happened is when she hit the water so hard, it ruptured that scar where that tube was.
Oh, the kind of easier to rupture spot.
So, yeah, now she might have to have a small surgery to go in there and close it up.
I'll bet that was painful as hell.
It was. And at first, her grandmother thought, it's like, oh, you've just got water in your ear or something. We can go home. And her grandmother had her, her grandmother put some alcohol in her ear.
Fuck.
And as soon as that alcohol hit the ear,
screaming.
My daughter just cried as loud as she could. She said she was in so much pain.
Dr. Grandma.
Oh my God.
And then that's, I guess her grandma's done it a bunch of times with, you got a little ear injury or whatever, water, this will help. Not this time. So they rushed her to the ER. Like, what the hell's going on? It's like, ruptured eardrum.
When the lip thing happened, my instinct, and I've been doing it for a long time, is like hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah.
She didn't want any part of it. It's all right. Like when I see those
disinfectant,
those white bubbles, I'm just like, it makes me happy because I'm like, you're doing good things.
Yeah.
But apparently the doctor the next day was like, we don't do that anymore. Like who the fuck? I didn't know. We don't get updates like this.
Let somebody know.
Please.
We're turning into that.
I guess for whatever reason, it's just, he said, I kind of want to follow up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because it's still like, I'm an old man. I rinse with it.
I've rinsed
I
before.
do a lot of rinse, but I certainly use it.
Back when my tongue ring got infected, I'm not gonna lie, I was pierced when I was in the Marine Corps, and I could have gotten in trouble. And I got it pierced in my fucking tongue. You know the starter tongue ring?
Yeah.
It's really long. My tongue
swelled up
all the way to
past
both
the
balls.
limit.
Yeah, me too.
And I was like, fuck. My superior was coming back. He was like on leave. I had like a week to heal, where I was just kind of running this, kind of in charge. Like I didn't have to check in with anyone. So I was rinsing a lot of hydrogen peroxide gargles.
So when did you decide to get your tongue pierced?
Well, I was in the Marine Corps.
Was it like you were in the Marines?
I was in.
How long were you in at that point?
3.5 years. Almost.
Oh, so this was in. It wasn't like,
so
I'm starting
closer.
Marines next week. I think I would have
been.
I'll get a
I
tongue.
only did it because I thought I could pull it off. And I don't know. It was still dumb. Yeah, until the one day I was, so if you get called for a board, like you're going up and you're, make sure your uniform's all pristine and stuff, and you have to answer some questions. You're in front of some superiors, commanding officer, all that stuff, and it's a promotion board. And I was like, shit. I got to take this out for the board. Like if they see a little glimmer of metal while I'm talking to them, like that's not going to be good. I took it out, and then after the board, I came back, and it was already grown back.
Really?
Jeez. It was so
How much
quick
time is
to grown
that?
back. It was probably an hour later.
1 hour.
Maybe
sealed
less.
Up.
It sealed up, and I was like, I'm not going to push this through. And then I waited until I got out of the Corps and got it re-pierced. So I had mine done twice. And that was when I met you, really.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it pierced now?
No. Oh, God, no.
Do you have a scar?
Yeah, we would have
You
seen
can probably see like I'm sure you can see like the mark where it went in from the bottom.
But can you feel it?
No. That's
I had
just
mine
sore.
pierced twice too.
Yeah, look at us.
How about that?
I'd miss it. I still dream that I have it.
Really?
And I haven't worn one in over 10 years. Or
You
dozen
miss
years
it.
or something like that.
There was something I liked it too
It's
for
an
a
oral
while.
fixation.
It was.
It's weird because when I do have it in my dream, it's like exactly like what it was. It's very interesting. And then I'll wake up and I'm like, oh, damn, I don't have that.
The first time you randomly crunch a ball in your teeth, it might be the time that you're like, well, I'm not doing this anymore. It's a horrible thing.
Crunch a ball.
Yeah, you
like
bite
one of
the barbell.
One of the barbells, the balls, like just somehow, and like if you've ever accidentally bit on your finger,
okay,
like nobody can relate to this. I've done it so many times, it's weird.
Like to me, when
Here's
you
what
bite
I
on the
think.
ball, I can relate to it.
Yeah.
Like you
Like
find out how
imagine,
hard you bite.
is it like this? Is it like, sometimes you eat an olive and they're not pitted,
yeah.
Right.
and you bite that seed,
Like
and
confidently
it's so hard,
thinking you're not going to bite into anything hard,
Yeah.
and you find out how hard you
you
bite.
feel like you just bit a rock.
Yep.
And it's
That is
metal,
that.
and it makes you feel like your teeth should have broken, so it kind of freaks you out a little bit more, and then you go like, did it not break?
And
Oh,
I did break
fuck.
some teeth.
Oh, I
And
know.
that's when I was
you?
like, I'm done. Well, I mean, I
yeah.
cracked a tooth way back in the day when
On your tongue ring?
Yep.
Damn.
And I was done. I
Word
was like, I don't-
Yeah, I think
I
I would have
didn't- I
stopped
didn't
then
bite
too.
as
It's like,
hard as
no,
some.
this is coming out.
It's probably because my tongue is so dangly.
Yeah.
Look at
Like
you,
a
Like a
giraffe.
lizard.
Yeah. Can't even keep it in my mouth.
Giraffe
Honest to
lizard.
God.
Giraffes have pretty long tongues.
They do.
I may have told you this story, but I was in Sydney once at the Taronga Zoo or one of those zoos, and they had a blind giraffe named Hope, and she would just come up to the place where people stand, and she couldn't see, so the tongue would just come out like, "Hey, there it is. Put a carrot on it."
Right.
And then
The
as soon as she
sweetest
felt
giraffe.
food, she just lap it up.
What a life. Yeah.
Give me a cat.
Wow.
I'm a giraffe.
That's what I want to do. Just be blind, walk up somewhere, hold my tongue out.
Hope it goes well.
Yeah, someone put some
Yeah.
chicken in there or something.
Where's my Snickers vaccine?
If you're blind and homeless, that's got to suck.
Oh yeah, good
Oh,
lord.
wow.
Not to bring it down, but I'm just
No,
saying.
yeah.
But you know
it's-
what, though? I mean, of course it sucks.
Well, being
But-
blind must suck.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sight's so important. Like I would take deafness over blindness any day.
Yeah.
I mean, they both suck, but blindness is like wow.
Yeah. That's a whole lot of experience.
That's a hard one to, because hearing's cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're both.
pretty
Oh,
neat.
hearing's
It's hard
great,
to-
but if you've done, especially now, if you've done both of them, you're just like,
Yeah.
I'll do.
But it's great to converse with people. But sign language is pretty effective too.
Mm-hmm.
And now you can just think it.
Right. Yeah, let's get those chips installed.
Yeah, this is the time.
It is crazy to think that God, 100 years from now, that is just a common thing. There's a headpiece you can buy. You can just put
Yeah.
on, and I can interact. We think of computers now of like monitors and keyboards.
Yeah.
Imagine all that gone.
Oh, yeah. Tiny little chip in the brain.
Yeah, it's
So-
like you just stand up, you're walking around doing whatever.
If you're attracted to someone and you're just trying to make small talk with your chip and those little thoughts sneak through, man, that's going to suck.
Yeah,
But
I
you
don't
know
think
that they're going to have a backup for that.
Or like a sensor, like something that
would be like texting. It wouldn't be like you're not just spill. You would actually have to think and process that.
Okay
before
to
you
send.
it.
and then release
okay
it.
to send.
Yeah.
Yes,
Exactly.
okay to
exactly.
send.
It's like an email. Like
Are you
text or
sure?
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all speculation. You don't know.
But
yeah,
not
well,
if-
anything with keywords though, it'll make you like check it twice.
Yeah,
you know?
maybe.
But you don't have a conversation that way. Like,
Yeah, you don't.
you're hoping this gets to the point where it's just
It's just
exchanging
free flow.
information like we are now.
Free flow. Mm-hmm. Think in that sentence. We don't know anything, guys.
No, we
Again,
don't know
just want to
anything.
reiterate,
And
we
not
know
just-
nothing.
We like talking about stuff.
I like to think what would it be like, and it's not just with girls. It could be just
For sure.
a person. You're like, man, why would you wear that?
Right.
Or
Yeah. You smell.
what's up
Send.
with your stink?
Did you forget deodorant today?
Sorry, I didn't mean to think that,
Just comes out.
but you stink.
You do stink, though.
I still don't know how to stop myself sometimes. I'll say that shit out loud.
And you
So-
shouldn't have.
Yep.
Which makes me think. You told me that the show Love on the Spectrum was good.
Yep.
And did you see season 1 and 2 of the Australian one?
Yeah. I saw the Australian one. I love that the main, like that one dude they kept on going back to. He was very proper, kind of a chubby fellow, very, like
Very serious.
very serious.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yes, but but it's so likable, and he was obviously one of the main people. They help people, but
Yeah.
they definitely highlight people more than others.
They do, yeah.
So he was great.
So I know you guys haven't seen it, but I will say this: Mark and Chloe, love story of the century, right
Yeah?
there.
Okay.
Okay.
And his friend Ryan cracks me up.
What platform is this on?
This is on Netflix.
Netflix. It's called Love on the Spectrum.
Man, I'm gonna have to look at it. Mark and Chloe.
Mark and Chloe.
Names. Oh,
and then sometimes Mark will go to the beach and meet his friend Ryan, and you can tell Ryan doesn't date a whole lot. And
Ryan's a bit of a nerd, huh?
he's super funny. But I love how these people they're just to the point.
Okay.
They speak very just honestly.
As blunt as you can get.
Yeah.
It is pure. Yeah.
It is.
It's pretty amazing.
It's pure.
Yeah.
They broke up, didn't they?
Don't tell me that if that happens. They better not have.
Love story of the century.
Of the century.
Oh no.
Let me tell you.
That's perfect.
Wow, you ruined it for him.
Perfect. Oh my God.
That's so great.
I don't believe that's true. I just can't see that happening.
He is so great, and you want him to find love, and I think they're done.
I don't know, man, because Chloe was super excited.
Dude, Chloe in the beginning was flaky. She liked somebody else in the beginning too, and then
Nope,
fell
I don't
off
think
with
so.
them.
I don't know if you're following me here.
Listen,
I refuse to believe that.
All right, now I gotta watch this.
Stop.
Well, that reminds me of something else. So sometimes I watch this YouTube channel. I'm not going to say what it is, but it has to do with Central America and traveling.
Okay.
And so I'd watched a few because I'm curious about that part of the world.
Who is it? Why won't you say what it is?
I don't know. Let me finish my
Because he
story.
doesn't remember.
Okay.
It seems a little weird to me. So there's this couple, and they travel around, and they're all over Central and South America. And I don't watch it a lot. Just every now and then it'll pop up my feed. And I'm like, okay, I want to see what they're saying about this particular city.
Okay.
So I haven't watched it in a while, and I start watching, and I notice his girlfriend's not there.
Oh.
And I'm like, well, where is she? Ooh. She was a really big part of this channel.
Right.
It was all about them and their dog.
Yeah.
Right?
Them and their dog.
Traveling.
Oh, the dog's gone too.
Dog's there.
Okay.
Oh,
She didn't get the dog.
So I get through this whole video wondering where she is, and at the end, he wants to thank his girlfriend, not the girl from before.
His new girlfriend.
I thought this was a joint channel.
Wow.
He got the dog, the girlfriend's gone, he's got this new girlfriend.
New dog.
Wow.
No, same dog.
Same dog,
Yeah.
new girlfriend.
Was
And
she
then
cheating? She might have been cheating.
I don't know what happened.
Wow.
But anyway, next week I watched another video. The new girlfriend's in it. I'm thinking, that's too soon. This was their channel.
Some people they don't care.
Wow.
Some people
No.
next week will introduce someone new to their family.
Right.
But to their YouTube community?
Well, it's the same mindset. I'm just saying, some people.
Yeah, that generates drama, interest, intrigue. Come
Yeah.
on.
Whoa.
I didn't know what to think.
Exactly. And now look, you're talking about it.
Yeah.
They got you.
All right.
Yeah.
You're easy bait.
That's what we need to do.
I'm not sure-
A few of
yeah.
us need to disappear for a little bit.
Yep. We need some drama in this bitch.
And then we get two new random people.
We just
pop up.
replace
And we don't say a
two of
word
us.
about where somebody disappeared to.
I walk in one day and someone's at my desk. I'm like,
Right.
hey,
Yeah, you're out.
What?
You'll be back in a little bit, but you're out right now.
Oh,
We're generating drama.
Yeah.
fuck you guys. And then I walk out.
You start
and
your own
just
channel.
Call me
we
when
see how that does.
Call me when it's going to be fine. Nom nom cat all day.
Hookah and cats.
Nom nom cat supercut.
Man, what about these people that their whole channel is built around an animal? How's that go?
Well,
I don't know. I
You
mean,
got
I
about 10, 15 years in that.
It's sad to think about.
It is, but it's real. It's
We're very
okay.
lucky.
Yeah.
We're very lucky. Video games going nowhere.
No, yeah, that's an industry that's going to keep on trucking.
Nor are our dumb brains.
They're just going to get dumber.
Hey, man, listen. I was looking at some shit. I see this is where I wish I had more information, but I shared it with myself so that I could go back and watch this video again. But it was this guy talking about anti-aging, and it was like a TED Talks, right, from 5 months ago. And I like to listen to some TED Talks, so I'll look at, I'll look at certain topics or whatever. And then this one just kind of stood out. And then this guy was from Harvard. It was maybe a 20-minute thing. But, he was like, sometimes in TED Talks, there could be some people who you go who are these kooks?
Well, sometimes there's different types of TED Talks. Some are the big stage, the big red carpet, and then there's the community theater ones.
It's very true. This one I would say was done pretty well, and it was probably more of a local one or whatever it was, but he was doing a pretty good job of explaining how, you could do certain things to your, certain cells in your body, and he was attributing it to aging as kind of like a worn CD. and there's this certain part of your that's wrapped around it that there's a certain part of your
DNA.
Is he saying
makeup.
you scrub toothpaste on yourself?
Yeah, kind of. No, he's essentially saying that you can, in mice, they're like, they could take a mouse who's really old and do whatever it is that they're doing to him, and it's going to age him like really quick because it's, it's doing this particular thing to this.
This isn't where they put
part.
somebody else's poop in him, is it? Because that's a thing too.
That might be. But anyway, it would just made me think of, I don't know what made me think of anti-aging.
Well, that we're going to live forever, so get used to it, people.
Yeah, because the way he's thinking, and he's like, the way the future was, and you're watching this video, I'm like, this fucking guy really sounds like he knows what he's talking about. He's like, the first 150-year-old person is alive right now. He's like, it can be going beyond that very quickly, because we might be able to figure out ways to just essentially stop our aging process.
That's going to be
in the very near future.
Yeah, how are you going to pay for that?
Talk about overpopulation.
Yeah, what are they going to do with Social Security?
Yeah, we got some problems.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah, we're screwed. If this is real, yeah, the government will step in. Someone will be getting murdered in the middle of the night somewhere.
Yeah, it's like you can't collect Social Security until you're 156.
Yeah,
but like, what are we going to do here?
I don't know. But like all of the research was like starting from like this guy who won this award, in like 2017, like the big awards. He's like, this discovered this, which led to this, and this. And now we're doing all these tests that are just showing it that, basically people are going to be able to get younger.
They're going to make a breakthrough the day after I die.
Probably so.
My luck.
So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, we might be playing Conan soon.
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, we got time. We're all going to live to 200. It's fine.
Check it out.